welcome. I just want to start out in talking about your claim to fame. How you actually started with TikTok, how you blew up. Talk about your origin there.
Well, I started with TikTok about I would probably say like in 2020 when the pandemic was going on. Pretty much everybody was bored around that time, so I just started making videos. Really didn't see nothing. My videos is honestly like very cringy, so I really didn't think nobody would honestly think that was funny to be honest. But that's where I started, and I don't know. It's like weird to see where it's come now. Honestly,
Yep.
yep.
So,
So
how do you
how do you?
come up with the ideas? Is it in real time or are you planning them out? Like, does it just come to you and you're like, all right, I need to record this?
Um, I would probably have to say it comes to me in real time. To be honest, I kind of like record as soon as I get the idea. I try not to really write it out just because or like plan it out because it never. I don't know. It never truly like works out the way I want it to in my head. I have to like remember exactly what I want to say and stuff like that. So people be like, "Do you write scripts?" I'm like, "No." Like I can't. I can't. I like the way it comes out naturally. And like if I stumble on a word, all that different stuff. I make a lot of typos, as everybody can kind of see. If I'm like writing out if I have like a text overlay on like what I'm talking about. Everybody always makes fun of my typos because I make a lot of typos because I'll quickly type it and then I'll post it and I forget to like reread it, but yeah, most of like my ideas come like off the fly.
By the
By
way,
the
I,
way,
I
I
really like
really like
the
the
background with the albums. I see some of my favorites up there, the Astro World, you got the Igor.
Igor.
Pretty cool
Yeah, I'm
stuff.
still working on it. I'm still working on it. Thank you.
Okay,
Okay,
so
so
what has
what is
been the impact of being named the Black TikTok Trailblazers and featured in Variety? Like, what has that been like for you?
a little bit, I guess, weird. Again, I never really truly seen myself to be or to have a success from this and that like big of an impact in that way to be I guess like in a magazine. I guess like it's a little bit awkward and it's a little bit weird to see where it's come from to where it is now, and like I guess like even from people like to recognizing me on the street is a little bit weird, or they'll just look and stare and they'll be like, and I'm like, what is, for me, I'm like, what are y'all looking at? Like it's just like y'all
You
got some of
forget,
y'all,
you forget,
yeah.
you're
You're
actually famous.
famous. I'm like, what are y'all looking at? Then my brother is like, they probably recognize you. And I'm like,
So,
oh, okay, okay.
so you
So you
said
said
that in 2020, when the pandemic, that's when your stuff really started, blowing up. Was there one particular video where it was like I know in the TikTok how it has 99 plus and it'll just keep coming. Was it like, whoa, like people are actually watching this and enjoying this?
I started off making like very even though like my comedy is, I try not to like make it like it's not, my stuff is not really, I would say, like comedy. I don't like to say like it's like comedy skits in per se. I think myself is more funny, as it's funny in the sense of like relatability. I don't think it comes across like, oh my god, this guy is like super hilarious. No, I would never, because I'm naturally I can be a little funny, but like I don't think like me and my skits are technically full on funny unless you have experienced what I'm talking about. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So like when I first started, my stuff was like cringy, not as cringy as it is now. It's more like cringy, like dry humor. I
Mhm.
used to make jokes, and those ones did pretty good where they'll reach like 1 million views. And I'm like, oh, okay, this is dope. I would say like the one that kind of took is when I did like, oh, nobody, somebody, mama or somebody auntie, and I like did like an old person, old lady walk. Um, and from there, everybody will always ask me to make like a skit out of it that like I've seen or something. And from there, it went from that was probably like my first one, and then I took it to like teacher skits, and then I branched off into like everyday life stuff.
Nice.
Nice.
And so, what are some of your future aspirations? Both in front, but maybe behind the camera in social media, but also, film and maybe TV?
I would probably. I actually got that question like a couple of days ago. And I came up with something. I forgot what I came up with. Honestly, I don't know what. I'm like a on the fly type of guy. Like whatever comes. I'm happy with it. You know what I'm saying? I don't really look too much into the. I know a lot of people look a lot into the future and be like, I want to do this, and that. I honestly, if it stops here and now, I'm happy to where I am, and I'm humbly just accepting where you know what I'm saying, if it stops here. But honestly, if it goes any further, I would probably have to say like directing something and to work behind the camera. I would like just so like I guess like other like comedians or actors can showcase or I can show them little things that I think will come across more natural on screen
Okay,
that I
okay.
like would be annoying to me if I'm watching the TV and I'm like, gosh, this sucks. You know what I'm saying? If I was behind the scenes, I would tell them to do this better or something like that.
Yeah.
Some sort, but I don't know. Honestly, I can't really even tell you what
I get
I
it.
get
That's
it.
a lot of days that person expected. So in today's age, many internet comedians make that switch or try to switch it up and go to stand-up comedy. Do you think that you could make that switch, and are you even interested in doing so?
Listen, my guy, I don't think so. I'm not. Look, I'm so I don't like to say like, oh, I'm super duper introverted, but like me going on a stage ain't gonna happen. Me trying to like do a full on stand up show. I can tell you a story and I'm pretty sure you'll laugh, but at the same time, I don't know. I don't think I have that capacity to make a full room just like outright laugh. And if nobody laughs on my first show, I'm like, I'm not coming back. You probably ain't gonna see another video from me because that's it. Like that's embarrassing, at least for me. So I probably not. Honestly, I get that question all the time, but I think there's a difference between like like comedic skit people and then like full on like live funny people. I don't think I fit in the live funny aspect at all. Or I don't think I can like fully adapt into that.
I
I
respect that.
respect
Though.
that'd be hard to do.
You know. So, how important is it for you to be, a positive influence in the African American community? Is that something that's important to you with the work that you're doing?
It is. It's very important. I think the thing is that with African American people in general, we're seen in such a not a good like light in America, which is the most craziest thing because I think we offer the most creativity
Yeah,
to America. So not even America, just to the world in general. A lot of different cultures, and I love a lot of different cultures, but I think a lot of different cultures or people take from African American culture, um, just in general because like we can be so creative. So I think for me, especially with my like videos, I think I love my videos so much to where like it extends somewhat beyond just African American or like black culture. To where like it reaches all different aspects of different people in the world. So where like, whether religion, race, background, no matter where you come from in the world, you are able to relate to my videos just because or I try to make sure that people can relate to it. Um just because everybody experience all the same things. I like to say that people are kind of like the same but in different fonts. I don't think nobody is truly like super different from as much as we try to be super different from each other. I think we are the same, but just we all are just different fonts. So at some point in time, we're all going to experience the same stuff.
yeah,
Yeah,
we're all
we're
living
all
the
living the
same
same
life.
life. Yeah.
So,
So
I have a question. I'm pretty curious about this. So, as you you blow up and you're a trailblazer on TikTok now, are there other, famous creators that try to reach out to you and like they want to collaborate, or are you like, no, I'm kind of doing my own thing, I'm staying solo, or do you want to collaborate with these other comedians on TikTok?
For me, it's more about time. I do want to collab with a lot of different people, and I think for me, a while ago, I did want to create like a show, like a comedy show per se, and I think I still might want to create that, where like I have just like a lot of different skit people on the show every episode to be like somebody new. I won't be on every episode, but it'll just be an episode centered around a different skit person, and maybe like there'll be another person in the skit at the same time.
Okay.
But I think it's all about timing and if our videos mesh well. Because like I don't want to do a skit with somebody if their comedy is totally left field. Even if they do skits, the comedy can be totally left field for what I do. So it doesn't mix at all. So
Okay.
like even if we make different skit content, I still want to make sure it still meshes or we are able to make it work in some capacity. I've had people like reach out and I have been like, "Oh, I'll work with you." Or I'll be like, "I'll wait a little bit. I want to wait a little bit." Not really just to say like no. I never like outright say no to just anybody just because, number one, I may find an interest not just in that person, but just saying like I may find like okay, it can work. I was able to like really just watch it. It may not be the right timing for me at that moment because I'm not able to just be creative for that person. So I don't want to hinder their videos and then also hinder my stuff at the same time. So again, it's all about like the right timing and making sure that it works out both on both ends. So then both of us are seeing the right success.
Okay. Cool. And before we get you out of here, we went a little overtime, but which one of those albums back there is your favorite out of all of them? Do you have one?
You know what's crazy? I don't, because I listen to everything. Honestly, every single genre of music except for screamo. I can't do that, bro. But literally every genre. Like all my cousins and my brothers, they be like, I have to work. They say like, in terms of like on my playlist, if I put my music on shuffle, they said it sucks because it jumps from genre to genre to genre
And
to genre.
they kick
They
you off
kick
the
you off.
aux? You can get aux in the car?
Hate me on Ox every single time. So like honestly, I don't have no type of like no favorites.
Okay. I put you on the spot there, so it's okay.
You got it. You got anyone?
I would
I
say
would
the
say the
Astro
Astro
World.
World.
It's one of my favorites.
Okay. I'm
Uh,
still I'm still trying to add more up there. I don't know what I'm gonna add, but
yeah, but
yeah.
anyway, Demarcus Shawn, I want
I
to
want to
thank you for
thank you
coming
for
on and
coming on
let's
and let's
talk
talk
and
and
having a
having a conversation.
conversation with me and with us here at the Informer. And I'll be on the lookout for your videos. And yeah, it's nice
Nice
talking to you.
talking. Nice talking with you too. Thank you.
Thank you.